What if I told you that the very fruits sitting in your kitchen, the ones you've walked past 100 times, could help reduce prostate issues, nighttime urination, restore testosterone, improve your mood, and even boost performance in the bedroom? Sounds far-fetched? Stick with me. I'm Dr. Matt, and today I'm going to break a few old myths and show you how 5 fruits, backed by research, can radically shift a man's health after 60. But before we begin, tell me where you're watching from in the comments. And if you're passionate about men's health, hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss what's coming. Now, let's get into it. For decades, tomatoes were just a kitchen staple, something to throw in a stew or salad. But scientists have uncovered something powerful hiding in their bright red color: lycopene. Lycopene is a potent antioxidant that concentrates directly in the prostate, more than in any other organ in the body. This means when you eat tomatoes, the prostate gets first priority in reaping its benefits. One clinical study found that regular consumption of cooked tomatoes reduced prostate inflammation markers by up to 40% within months. Lycopene slows abnormal cell growth, neutralizes free radicals, and stabilizes hormone function, all critical for aging men. I had a patient, Mr. Dave, 72, who came to me with high PSA levels, disturbed sleep, and chronic fatigue. Instead of starting with medication, I told him to cook with tomatoes, at least 5 times a week. Soup, sauce, roasted, anything. 6 months later, his PSA had stabilized, and he said, "I feel like food is finally helping my body heal." Here's a tip. Lycopene is 4x more bioavailable when tomatoes are cooked. Tomato soup, stews, even just a spoon of paste can go a long way. Next is avocado. There was a time when fat was demonized. People tossed egg yolks, avoided oils, and ran from avocados. But now, the truth has shifted. Healthy fats, like those in avocados, are essential for restoring testosterone, reducing inflammation, and improving vitality in older men. Avocados are packed with beta-sitosterol, a plant compound shown to reduce symptoms of benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, things like frequent urination, pelvic pressure, and interrupted sleep. Let me share a real case. Mr. Carl, 69, came to me with complaints of insomnia and daytime exhaustion. I didn't prescribe anything dramatic. I just said half an avocado every day. After 6 weeks, his skin looked healthier. His energy returned. And he told me, and I quote, "I feel like myself again." Avocados also contain monounsaturated fats, which your body uses to make testosterone naturally. Low testosterone in older men doesn't just mean low libido. It means weak bones, poor muscle tone, and depression. Add potassium and fiber to the mix, which improve heart health and hormone balance, and you've got a nutritional powerhouse. How to eat it? Spread it on whole grain toast. Add to smoothies. Scoop it with a spoon. It's not about fancy diets. It's about daily consistency. Now here's one most people don't expect: red grapes. These small fruits contain resveratrol, a compound that helps boost blood flow, especially in the pelvic region, and protects the inner lining of blood vessels. For older men struggling with performance issues, that's a game changer. Resveratrol works by increasing nitric oxide production, the same mechanism used by some popular blue pills, but without the side effects. I often recommend my older patients eat a cup of red grapes daily, skin on, because that's where the magic is. You'll likely notice not just improved circulation, but also mental clarity and better sleep. Why? Because healthy blood flow affects everything, from sexual function to brain function. And red grapes don't just help today, they protect your arteries long term. Just one handful after dinner, or added to breakfast, can make a measurable difference in how you feel and perform. If you're still with me, I appreciate your commitment. These simple choices, these fruits, might seem small, but for the men I've worked with, the effects have been life-changing. Let's continue. You've likely heard of cranberries for women's urinary health. But few know they can be just as powerful for men, especially men over 60. Cranberries contain proanthocyanidins, a group of antioxidants that prevent bacteria from clinging to the bladder walls. This reduces the risk of urinary tract infections, but that's just the beginning. Here's what matters for older men. Cranberries help reduce nighttime urination. They calm an irritated bladder. They support the prostate by reducing internal pressure. Think of it this way. When the bladder and prostate are inflamed, they talk to each other constantly. That's why many older men wake up 2, 3, even 4 times a night just to pee. It's not always the size of the prostate. Sometimes it's the irritation. Cranberries can help calm this system down. One of my patients, Harold, 66, started drinking a small glass of unsweetened cranberry juice in the evening. After 4 weeks, he called me and said, "Doc, I slept through the night for the first time in months. But please, skip the sugary cranberry cocktails. Go for 100% unsweetened cranberry juice, or dried cranberries with no added sugar. While we're here, try this. A small handful of pumpkin seeds in the afternoon, plus cranberry juice in the evening. Pumpkin seeds contain zinc, which supports testosterone and prostate tissue health. Cranberries soothe. Pumpkin seeds strengthen. This is the kind of natural synergy that helps men sleep deeper, urinate less, and feel more in control. The last fruit is apples. Yes, apples. Simple, familiar, often overlooked. But when it comes to hormone regulation and prostate support, apples are underrated champions. Why? They contain a compound called quercetin. Quercetin is a natural anti-inflammatory and aromatase inhibitor, which means it helps prevent testosterone from being converted into estrogen, a process that becomes more active in men over 60. In other words, apples help you hold on to the testosterone you still have. They also contain pectin, a type of fiber that helps remove excess estrogen and toxins through digestion, reducing hormonal imbalances and promoting smoother prostate function. Add to that improved digestion, better blood sugar regulation, natural hydration, and apples become more than just a midday snack. You can eat them raw, sliced into oatmeal, or even stewed with cinnamon for a warm, gut-soothing treat. The key? Leave the skin on. That's where the quercetin lives. Now here's what most men get wrong. They focus on one miracle food. But healing doesn't come from one fruit. It comes from how they work together. This is called the nutritional synergy effect. When you eat these fruits consistently, in rotation, not isolation, they amplify each other's benefits. White heavy checkmark tomatoes reduce inflammation and stabilize the prostate. White heavy checkmark avocados restore hormone balance and fight fatigue. White heavy checkmark red grapes boost pelvic blood flow and circulation. White heavy checkmark cranberries soothe the bladder and reduce nighttime urination. White heavy checkmark apples preserve testosterone and clear hormonal waste. That's 5 points of support, all tied to one mission: restoring male vitality after 60. You don't need to go on a strict diet. You don't need a spreadsheet or a supplement drawer. Here's what I tell my patients. Just pick 2 fruits each day from the list. Rotate them across the week. Keep it simple and stay consistent. Examples: breakfast, half an avocado on toast. Mid-morning, a handful of red grapes. Lunch, tomato soup or stew. Snack, an apple. Evening, a small glass of unsweetened cranberry juice. Done right, you're giving your body a gentle, consistent push toward better energy, better sleep, and better control over your health. Many men assume decline is inevitable, that after 60, you're just managing symptoms. But I don't believe that. I've seen too many men, some in their late 60s, even early 70s, reverse fatigue, lower their PSA, reduce urination, and regain a sense of energy and confidence, just by making better choices. It doesn't take perfection. It takes information and consistency. And now you have both. So, how long does it take before you feel the difference? The magic number is 6 to 12 weeks. That's how long most men need to start noticing. Fewer nighttime bathroom trips. Deeper, uninterrupted sleep. A stronger stream when urinating. More stable mood and energy. A spark of drive and confidence again. But here's the truth, most men quit too early. They try it for 5 days, maybe a week, then give up because nothing's changed. That's not how the body works, especially after 60. Your hormones, your prostate, your blood flow, these systems took years to get out of balance. You have to give them at least a few weeks to recalibrate. But when you do, the changes are real, and they're lasting. Remember, this isn't about perfection. It's not about becoming someone new overnight. It's about returning to the man you used to be, by doing small things consistently. 1/2 avocado in the morning. A spoon of tomato sauce at dinner. A handful of grapes. An apple. A little cranberry juice before bed. These aren't difficult things. But done daily, they're powerful. You're not just feeding your body. You're feeding your hormones, your prostate, your circulation, your confidence, and your vitality. Gentlemen, if you've watched this far, I want to thank you. You're not here by accident. You're here because some part of you still believes you can feel better. And I believe it too. But only if you take action. Knowledge is just potential power. Action is what transforms you. So before you leave this video, do 3 things. Comment below and tell me where you're watching from. I read every single one. Hit the subscribe button. I have more in-depth videos coming on male hormones, sleep, sexual function, and longevity. And share this with a friend, brother, or father who needs it. Because this isn't just about health, it's about dignity, confidence, and legacy. I'm Dr. Matt. Thank you for watching. Wishing you strong health, steady energy, and renewed vitality, today, tomorrow, and for years to come.